Hey everyone, and welcome back to another one of my videos. Today I'm going to be reacting to Koi no Yokan by Deftones. I've always loved Deftones, and I really enjoyed Around the Fur, and I really enjoyed White Pony. They were some of my favourite albums of all time. So I've heard that Koi no Yokan leans more into the sort of shoegazy elements of Deftones, and I'm known to like some shoegaze, so I guess let's get into it. Alright. Also, I've been teasing on my community tab that I'm working on my own project, my second album now, and here's a little teaser of it now. I hope you liked it, and my links are in my description. Koi no Yokan, first song, Swerve City. Let's go. Heavy hitting riffs. This is kind of genty. Ah, yes. It's very major feeling. Oop. Oh, that's a cool note change there. I love the non-diatonic notes that Chino sings. That major to minor shift there. Might I say the mixing's also really great on this. The drums are simple but good. They're not as complex as they were on White Pony, but Abe Cunningham is a great drummer anyway. I like this breakdown. There's the classic Chino first! This is very serene. It's very chordal compared to lots of some of the older Deftones things. Like there's a lot of like thirds and more chord voicing. I do really like this bit. All those echoes going around in different stereo fields. And it fades into the next song. That was really good. I really like that. It's a great opener for this project. It creates a sort of sound palette that we're going to be expecting from Deftones here. Also, I can see that I'm reading the Genius page as well as listening to the song. So apparently this song is about sirens in Greek mythology, and that makes sense with the words like it travels through the air and distant howling out, it keeps you floating around. And it says that seems to be about a girl with the ability to easily manipulate and convince and soothe others. That makes sense when listening to the lyrics. I'd probably say that's probably accurate. Yeah, I really like that song. It's a good opener. And I guess let's get into the second song, Romantic Dreams. Which it fades into, which is great. Also, might I say, I love the album cover for this project. It's a good place to leave off from the last song. I like the kind of lopsided feeling this has. That's a good scream there. That's a cool switch up there. I love this sort of half chorus thing that Deftones does. Back to that non-diatonic singing, and that scream. It's cool. It's really cool. Tonight the stage is yours. It's a cool chorus. Nice riff. I like that little switch upwards. Once again, that lopsided feeling in the drums. It's like, Such a passionate vocal performance from Chino in this song. Once again, this chorus. This is a thick riff. I like these like radio samples, it seems like panning from different ear to ear. Oh, and the cool down. And then the rephrasing of the chorus. Well, not rephrasing, restating. That's a cool fill. Well, that was a nice little ornamentation there. Oh, that was cool, and it's slowed down. I like the sort of abrupt switches they do to different sections, but it feels so, like, right, and it feels so smooth, even though it's really abrupt. Drums coming in. Oh, okay, this is my favorite part of the song. That soaring single note guitar. It's beautiful. It ends off like that. All the way to the left, apparently. And it fades into leathers. I really, really enjoyed that. Thinking about the lyrics, it just seems to be quite a simple song about being completely obsessed and infatuated with a person. And that's really cool. I very much enjoyed it, especially that sort of, as I said, shoegazy part near the end of the song. I think that just worked perfectly. All right, now we're going to go to the next song, which is Leathers, which it faded into perfectly with this weird ambient thing. I bet that's courtesy of Frank Delgado. It's nice and atmospheric. You just get lost in it, the soundscape. Wow, it's beautiful. That was abrupt and very cool. Now this reminds me of something from Around the Fur. Open your chest, look down, reach in. Wow, what a scream! Wow, what a note. This is so passionate. Yeah, this is excellent. That's cool. The guitar. Da 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 da. Reminds me of System of a Down. But I really like those like sweeping things coming out from the sides. Those high notes. And what a scream. This is one of the most passionate vocal performances I've heard Chino give. I like that rise up the scale. Minor, major, minor. That implementation of ornamenting the third. Da-da. So good. I think that's my favorite thing in music. So far, this is my favorite song in the project. Non-diatonic notes. Beautiful. So good. I like this breakdown. It's calm, but I can feel it coming back in. There you go. It's quite beautiful, actually. And passionate. I've said it so many times, sound like a broken record, but it is. It's so beautiful. I like that so much. That interjecting with this separate line that just fits so perfectly, even though it's not like the same notes as before, but it fits so well. And it transitions into Poltergeist. Yep, that's 100% my favorite song in the project, and I'm on the fence of giving that song a 10 out of 10, but I just love it so much. And it seems to be about kind of like being scared to show your own internal feelings and thoughts, even though that's basically what you write a lot of your songs about. And I guess that using that metaphor of shedding your skin, showing your texture as a way to, I guess, express that through the lyrics. But yeah, that's so far my favorite song in the project. And I guess let's just get into the next song, Poltergeist. Starting with these clapping. Little drone coming in. Oh, that's a cool guitar tone. Whoa, that's a gnarly riff. is more around the furry, and it's cool. I like the staccato notes, and then the bridge. Whoa, that was a cool bit of rhythmic displacement I got. Accentuating the hits with the drums. I love Chino's vocal style. And also that, like, kind of like weird accent at the end of the bar, a fill coming from Abe Cunningham on the drums is just so nice. It's such a good riff too. It's really easy to get into like the feel of the rhythm of the songs. That's a nice note, I like it. Da da da, da 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 on the triplets. Oh, that's a cool fill. And there's the breakdown with the clapping again. At first I wasn't sure about the clapping, but I really like it now. And it's building up from the ground up, layer by layer. Something like 9 Inch Nails would do. That note is such a nice one, and then it goes into this punchy chorus. It's a lot more melodic than a lot of older Deftones songs. It's so smooth. Don't know how else to describe it. The drums are mixed so well as well, might I say. But that's always a staple of Deftones music, really cool production on the drums. Back to the breakdown. It's a nice scream. The delay coming off the tail of the vocal there. That was excellent. I loved Poltergeist. I think the reason why I was having a little bit of rhythmic displacement there, which was cool, is because it's in 7/8, and that's awesome. I love odd time signatures. I'm a big fan of 9 Inch Nails, and they do that a lot, and I think it's really cool. Reading into the lyrics, it seems to be about just having this distaste for this person who just seems to have complete meddling, annoying presence, and I think it really shows that with the kind of sarcastic delivery in some of the lyrics in the chorus, and I really like it. All right, let's get into the next song, Entombed, and we're almost halfway through the project. Quite a beautiful guitar riff here. It reminds me of something Paranol would do. I'm bringing in that sense of serenity again in my feelings. Oh, like there's chords coming in. But yeah, it feels a lot more serene than a lot of Deftones songs. And it's quite, as I said before, beautiful. It's quite panoramic. Kind of reminds me of like a sunset. Electronic drums. The slowdown, it kind of reminds me of Teenagers so far. In chains, seem to be trapped by them. Oh. Oh, what a chorus! Well, let's transition to the chorus at least. So much passion in the vocals on this album. I'm really impressed with Chino's chops in this. It's so... I didn't know it could get more passionate, but it really has. So, reading into lyrics now, it seems like this Entombed theme is less to do with being trapped and more to do with being safe. And it's a really interesting metaphor a way to describe that. It seems to be about someone as well that he loves. It's a really pretty slowdown. And I think it fits perfectly at this point in the album. Chino's vocals are so on point this album. Obviously they're amazing in the last two that I listened to that I really liked, which was my only other experiences are Around the Fur and White Pony, but this is just a step up. And then into that chorus. It's so euphoric. I think that's the word I'd use to describe it. It's euphoric. It's so passionate, so beautiful. I keep using these words, but like, geez. I see why it's called shoegaze metal in this album. So many elements. The album cover is incredibly fitting. I said it was a really nice album cover before, but it's really fitting with the music, especially on this song. It's so complex, but also easy to follow along with. It seems like an oxymoron, but it's really not. It's like I'm being taken on like a dreamscape, blossoming out from the song. Shapes and colours are all I see, emphasizing the kind of psychedelic elements of this song. Nice fill. It's mixed so well as well, with the guitars just feeling so expansive. Wish I could mix like that. Synth organ sort of thing there. Interesting rhythms. On the toms. The cymbals sound amazing too. Not only is it passionate, but it's also empowered and powerful. Oh, there it is, that excellent drumming from Abe Cunningham. That's what I was kind of missing in the earlier songs, but coming back now, it's incredible. And even throughout the other songs, it was amazing, but just like this is it's something else. That and Leathers are my favorite songs so far. And it's directly into Graphic Nature. You know what, I'm not going to stop it because I think that's just like, gotta keep with the experience, and I've already talked a lot about Entombed when I was listening to it. The tenseness in that chord. Ooh, interesting ornaments there. I keep talking about his vocal ornaments, but I think they're really cool. And for people who don't know what a vocal ornament is, like the thing that he does. That's really cool. Ooh. This kind of has like a searching feeling right now. You're on a mission. Ooh. Ooh. Dissonant notes there. Sound really good though. Ooh. This is the best Chino sounded on this album. At least in my opinion from what I've heard. Oh, that was interesting. And then back into this really cool riff. Phil coming in there. Oh, I like that little the guitar did. And the long chords in this chorus. Oh, that's interesting production on that kind of mangled sounding, I think it's a hi-hat. Like an open hi-hat. And then a restating of the chorus. Good structuring. Whoa. It's a good scream there, because like even after that kind of like compressed sound in his voice, he brings it out into that kind of more tonal note sound. It's very controlled. He has a lot of control in his voice on this album. And then the chord change up. Searching. And then leaving out on that unsettled note. That's cool. That reminded me of OK Computer, that kind of downward section. And that leads into Tempest. So I really, really like that song. It wasn't my favorite on the album so far, but I did really enjoy it, and I think it sounded really good for what it was. I just think that it could have been a little bit more interesting in what it did, because it seemed a little formulaic. But I really enjoyed it from what I listened to. So I guess let's get into Tempest. Let's go. Piano. You don't hear much piano in Deftones music? Kind of shaky guitar with a tremolo effect there. This reminds me of something of the Bends. Low bass note. Searching guitar chords. You can hear a little bit of rustling in the background too. Whoa! Oh, this is cool. Listening to this song makes me think that people are definitely founded in saying that Deftones are the Radiohead of metal. It's very patient. You can just feel it's gonna build. What did I say? The production on this is stellar. The vocals on this album are so powerful. Chino's definitely stepped his game up. I didn't even think that was possible because I already really loved his vocal style. But this is just so... His belt is just so good here. I guess I'm used to him switching to his falsetto when it gets this high, but he's not, and it sounds really good. That echo going in like a sort of polyrhythm. Sounds so good. Nice fill into more atmospheric guitars. That's a nice line there. Melodic line. And then back into this guitar bit-driven section. It's very Radioheady, but it sounds so good. And that weird delay. It's so atmospheric. Frank Delgado did a bloody good job. And whoever mixed and mastered it, good job. Good job. And then the piano in that sort of slow down section. Awake. I feel like this would make a good James Bond theme. Oh, what a switch up! This is so good. Ooh, cool rhythms there. Caught in a stasis. Ancient Arrival cut to the end. Is this talking about the Mayan calendar thing? Because this did come out in 2012, and everyone thought that since the Mayan calendar ended in 2012, the world was going to end. So it sounds like this kind of concept driven in. And the production on this is so good. They executed it so well. If the album continues like this might be my favorite Deftones album. Restating that chorus. Sort of reprise, isn't it? Oh, the second voice coming in there. Oh, this bit's so cool. It's kind of 9 Inch Nails-y. It's very cinematic. And then the feedback into the end. Oh, that's cool. That's panning to different sides of the stereo field. Oh, and we're leaving out with an ambient sort of drone here. And I guess that fits in with the Mayan idea, because it's kind of like, feels ancient. Whoa! Oh, I didn't even notice that we were changing into Gauze now. Okay, I'll pause that now. But already that riff sounds really cool. But yeah, I really enjoyed Tempest. I think that's one of the better songs in the album as well. Jeez, it's getting a little bit tiring saying that's one of the better songs in the album because there's so many good things on this project. Yeah, I've so far very, very enjoying it. And as I said before, if this keeps up like this will be my favorite Deftones album. And I guess let's see if it holds up with the next song, Gauze, which already I'm enjoying with the riff. Oh, what time signature is that? And the break-in. Whoa. I'm really liking Chino's belt here. Harmonies. Is that a fifth harmony? Kind of reminded me of like a Gregorian sort of chant thing. Oh wow, what a high note! So impressive. Chino. So on point. This belt sounds so good, and then these like fills into the next section. That's so cool. The rhythms in the guitar here. Stefan, good job. Cool rhythms in the vocals there as well. And that high note. Why hasn't this got more strings? This is excellent. It sounds so good. And this riff as well. So heavy hitting, and that whoa, 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 whoa in the background. And it's now overtaking with this delay and distortion. The feedback. And a slow down. That's interesting reverb there, how you can hear it on the side and then it decays on the left side. I like how you can hear his voice kind of breaking when it goes like, Phew! It's an interesting sort of thing that I haven't heard in any other vocalists. That high note is so fucking impressive. What an amazing vocalist, and what a talented band. Everything about this just sounds so well orchestrated. The rhythm there is so entrancing. this going to be an ambient outro? Oh, it was close. It's kind of like a breakdown that's a kind of shoegazy metal breakdown. I like that guitar you can hear on the right-hand side. It goes like... Absolutely stellar. I wish they did more than a fade out here, but this song is definitely underrated. Oh, the waves of distortion crashing over. Deftones, you've done it again. What an excellent song. And now, I guess, we're getting into the smash hit of this project, Rosemary. This is the most popular song on the album, and it's also what I've seen the most content about online. I might have heard bits of it, but we'll see. And let's get into it. Rosemary. Ambient start. Little guitar plucks with a ton of delay. Ooh, you can hear that drone building in. Strings. This feels simultaneously lost, hopeful, and hopeless. It's really interesting. Already it's quite emotional. It's entrancing. Ooh. Bass going da-da-dum. There's no sound. Whoa. Building all around. The engines once again, that theme of cars. Deftones talks about that a lot in their music. You know, be quiet and drive, or passenger. It's an interesting metaphor that you can have so many uses for. Okay, this is cool. You know that feedback in the background? And you know I'm a sucker for feedback. That ad-lib reminds me of, that time shift ad-lib kind of reminds me of, My Own Summer. Okay, yeah, this is cool. It's quite a pristine song. I don't know how else to describe it. Chino's vocals. Panning back and forth, the ping-pong delay. So ethereal. Expansive, you can hear it in those pads in the background. Deftones knows how to do a chord progression. Oh, a note in the top right. Bending around. It's a little extra little bit of tension there. Oh, that's cool. Just stripping it all back. And building it up. You can hear a drone coming in the background. Slow down as the engine stall. Eyes catch sync. Explode. Oh! I love that. Just you can hear that feeling of just power behind the end of the explode. It's like it was morphing it over time to more and more aggressive, and it's cool. It's sort of trippy and psychedelic. It's very floaty as well. It's like a dream. Are we cross through space and time? It's like about time travel. Oh, there the riffs come in. And that ambient pad is still there in the background, but it's kind of in the mono zone, you know, right in the middle. It's not out here as it was before. It's like it's coming back down to earth. Might notice me bobbing my head this whole time. It's definitely because it's the rhythms and the production on the drums are just so heavy hitting, and but also not only are they heavy hitting, they're also incredibly powerful. But this section is really beautiful. The rhythms are really easy to follow along with, even if they're kind of complicated rhythms, like in the 7/8 song. But they're just like you can naturally sort of get it, and I think that's really difficult to do, and they did it really well. And this is a very oh, I like the out of tune notes there. It's a really, as I was gonna say, it's a really pretty instrumental outro. Feels like something that would be at the end of like maybe a Big Thief song. It feels... I don't know how to describe it. It feels like it was recorded onto tape. It's got that sort of like 50s sort of sound to the recording quality. Not the actual song, but it's an interesting lo-fi thing to add. And I think it sounds really nice. It's so easy to get lost in. And that little string is listen to the next song, Goon Squad. I'm just going to keep going. I really enjoyed Rosemary. And I think I said a lot of the things I needed to say during the song, so let's get into Goon Squad. That dissonant note. It's chord extensions. Deftones does chord extensions so well. And it's expanding out with that sort of... I never know if that's it's a phaser or a flanger, one of the two. On the guitar. Could be just feel like a really short chorus though. That tense chord is always playing in it. It's so ambient and atmospheric. Just need to close your eyes for this and get enveloped in it. When we get into the song, it's quite heavy. This is around the furry. I like how you can hear the kind of the mic sort of clipping a little bit when chinos are coring it. It seems so raw and unfiltered. Putting out all the same shit I've outgrown. Well, that's a chord change there. It's quite satisfying even though it's a little bit strange. I like this kind of yelled chorus. It seems to be so far from the lyrics that I'm hearing is about them maturing as a group. That might be, I don't know, it could be to do with like, I don't know, their emotions or like them being more... It could be to do with their emotions maturing, it could be their material maturing. And I think this is just, you can really feel the talent here. I don't know how else to describe it. Before we get down, you should prepare your heartstrings. I guess that's a reflection on what the music can make you feel. I like that chord change there. It's going down the scale at the end of the phrase there. Oh, that long chord. It seems they're doing styles of different records in this one song, just kind of like showing the evolution. It's interesting. Feedback coming in. Wow, you can kind of hear, I think it's a lot of chinos in the background, but it kind of sounds like a crowd. This is more of a yell than a sing, and I'm digging it. Woo! Oh, the two different voices coming on different sides. Like that restating of that word of, are you in? It's like, will you still support us? It's cool. I've been constantly tapping my foot throughout this project, not just the song. Kind of addressing the listeners directly here, designed special for you by me. This is kind of a commentary on, I guess, the scope of the music industry right now. And it leads out on that. Like, I guess, that chord that just sounds directly down the middle. What happened to you? Last song. Well, this is some cool drums. Kind of reminds me of RX Queen. Kind of pots and pansy. Oh, it's a cool rhythmic feel. Guitar on the left here. So many rhythms happening at once and it sounds really good. That high note. We're live somewhere else. Far ahead of our time. Is this about Chi? Because I know CHENG died, but I didn't know if that was before or after this project. I think it is. Yeah, I'll look it up. Yeah, I'm assuming this is about Chi because he died before this record's released, so I'm not the best at the timeline of things, but if that is, it's quite a beautiful tribute to him, and it makes sense to be what happened here, and it's like, we're alive somewhere else, in the winds of your cape, all these different lyrics, kind of referencing the greatness that he was. Yeah, still asleep, sleep someplace new. It's quite beautiful and quite poignant. It's a good closer if it continues like this. Oh, harmonies. The sky's falling down. The This Night Belongs to You. Yeah, this is definitely about Chi. Oh, what a cool change up there. I didn't expect that. And back into an ambient thing. Kind of, as I said before, this kind of reminds me of Paranormal and the Downfall of the Neon Youth album a little. 40 Years in the Winds I Play With You. Yep, 100% this song's about Chi. And it's melancholic and depressing, but it's also like, we'll have to go on without you, we'll not forget you. It's quite beautiful. Sky's falling down, night is calling you. Stars burning out. And it ends with that bridge ends with a major note. That's so interesting. It's like, there's still hope even though you're gone, and I'm sorry you are. So melancholic. And back to those drums and this ambience. It sounds so good. You just get lost in it. Oh, and it ends on an uncertain note, and it doesn't even end the bar. It's like on the third note or something. And it ends on ambience. That was beautiful. That was absolutely beautiful. I think that's my favorite Deftone projects. One of my favorite Deftone projects. I think it's actually my favorite Deftones project. And there's so many songs that are just excellent and emotional and powerful. And a lot of them I feel like should be getting more attention than they are. So many absolutely beautiful things, especially like Gauze is amazing, and so is Leathers and Entombed. What Happened to You? Rosemary. So many good songs. I'm just gonna have to list them all at this point. No, but it's absolutely poignant, beautiful, and my thoughts on this. Favorite Deftones album? Yes. How good is it though? I'm gonna say, for me, it's in the low 90s out of 100. And that's like, oh, not low 90s, it's like low 90s. It's incredibly good. I very much enjoyed it. I'm gonna say like, yeah, like a 90 to a 95. It's excellent. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.